we have to draw a line from 210 to 63 using the DAA algorithm. So how does this algorithm work? So we'll start by calculating the differences, the difference in the x value and the difference in y. So let me start by labeling this as x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Okay, so we denote the difference in x as dx and the difference in y as dy. So dx is equal to the x2 minus x1, and dy is y2 minus y1. So we quickly substitute the values. We get 6 minus x1, which is 2, and we get 3 minus 10, which is -7, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So from here we are going to determine the steps. So how do we do that? The algorithm states that if the absolute value of the x is greater than the absolute value of the dy, then we use the absolute value of dx as the step. Else we use the absolute value of dy as the steps. Okay, so now we are going to, so we can see clearly there's a fancy way of saying that we are going to compare the value of dx and the value of dy and omit the negative sign. So we can see that 7 is greater than 4. We omit the negative, we don't care about them. Okay, so it means our step equals 7. Okay, so we are going to calculate the increments. So for x increment, the formula is given by the change, dx over the step, and y increment is given by dy over the step. So we know that dx is 4, so 4 over 7, that's the step, is 7, so we get 0.57. And for our increment in y, we get -7 for our change in y, and all over 7 as the steps, which is equal to -1. So this is what we'll be using as our increment. So now we go to the iterations. So let's use this table. So for the step, we start counting from 0 to 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We always start from 0. And for our x, from our question, we had to start from 2 to 6. So 2 to 6. And end at, in our y, we are starting at 10 and ending at 3. So 10 and 3. Okay, so for the ones in between, we are going to increment. So we'll use our x increment for the x section. We add the x increment to our 2 iteratively. So the next value of x here is 2.57. We just added the 0.57 to our previous 2 to get 2.57. So we repeat this for the rest. So we get 3.14. 2.57 plus 0.57 gives us 3.14. The next step, we get 3.71. And the next one, we get 4.28 and 4.85 and 5.42. Okay, and for our y values, we know is incrementing by -1, so we are adding -1 to it. So 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. Minus 1, 7. 6, 5, 4. So for the pixel, we know pixel are a block. They are basically blocks. So it's going to be rounded, a rounded value. So we get 2 and 10 and 3 and 9. We are just rounding the values of our x and y. So this one, I rounded it up because it was more than 5, 0.5. Okay, so we get 3 and 8, get 4 and 7, we get 4 and 6, we get 5 and 5, 5 and 4, 6 and 3. So this is how the DAA algorithm works.